Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to crochet this beautiful tulip stitch lanyard on my Pinterest board. So I had to crochet. It was so cute, but I couldn't find a pattern, so I just learned the tulip stitch and went from there. But I felt like it was too thick. There was some things I want to change. I made this one here today. So this is what we're going to do in the tutorial. So thanks so much for watching. But first, make sure you subscribe. Alright, so here's what you're going to need. You'll need 3 different colors of yarn. You'll need like the base color for the lanyard, so I'm going to use this cream color. This is just yarn worsted from Premier Yarns. You can find it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. If your Dollar Tree doesn't have yarn, you can use my link below for a discount to order Premier Yarns online. And then I'm also going to use this soft light baby pink color for like the tulip flower color, and this is pale pink. And then for the stems you need a green color, and this is also just yarn worsted from the Dollar Tree. This is the color moss. You need the base color for the lanyard, you need the flower color, and then you do need a green for like the stems and the leaves of the tulip. I'm going to use a 3.75mm crochet hook. Obviously you're going to need scissors, so that's it. So let's get started. Oh, and you're also going to need some lanyard clips or key rings. I just got these from Amazon. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we need to have a slip knot on our crochet hook. So what you do is you have the yarn between your thumb and index finger, then you cross over, and with this you pull it back, and you insert your hook. And there is your slip knot. Okay, so once we have our slip knot on our crochet hook, if you need more help with a slip knot and chain, I'll link my video right here. But what we do is to make a chain, and we are going to make 41 chains. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And we're going to keep on doing this until we have 41 chains. So we're going to do this 41 times. Go ahead, pause the video, and come back once you have 41 chains. And if you lost count, you can just go back and count, so that slip knot doesn't count. But you can just count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. So we need 30 more. So pause the video and come back when you're done. Alright, so we did chain 41. If you want yours longer or shorter, you could just add more or take away some of the chains. But I feel like this is a good size for a lanyard, or even if you want, you can make it like a bookmark and just not do the lanyard part. I feel like this is a good size for both. So now what we're going to do is we turn it over. So we want our chain, like the tail of it. So we want to lay it across. And so on the second chain from the hook, so this is the first one, but the second chain from the hook, that is where we're just going to single crochet all across. So by the end of this row, once we get to the end, we'll have 40 single crochets. So for a single crochet, we're going to insert our hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn, and pull it up, grab the yarn again, and pull through both. So insert your hook, yarn under, pull it up, grab that yarn again, and pull through both loops. So we're going to do that all the way to the end of the row, and you'll have 40 single crochets. So you could go ahead and pause your video. So pause the video, and when you're at this last stitch, unpause it, and we'll show you the next step. So unpause the video right before you do your last stitch. Alright, here we are. So we have one more single crochet in this row. So what we do is we insert our hook, we grab the yarn, pull up a loop. Now we're not going to yarn over and pull through both. We're going to get our green yarn, and we'll yarn over with the green yarn and pull that through both loops. So that way our whole row is finished in white, but we have the green on our hook ready to go for the next row when we start the leaves and the stems of our tulips. And then what I usually do, so this yarn doesn't come undone, is I usually cut the white yarn or cream, and then I tie it with the green. Just make like a little knot. That way nothing comes undone, and then later I weave it in. Alright, so for the green, once again, we're going to turn our work, because we're always working from right to left. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 4. And then in this first single crochet stitch of the white, what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet into that. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through just 2 of them, and then yarn over again and pull through the next 2. Alright, so that's just how we started this row of green. But from here, what we do is we skip, and this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the end of our row. So from here, we'll skip 2 stitches. So in the 3rd stitch, we'll insert our hook, a double crochet. So grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we'll repeat that. Yarn over, and in that same stitch, we'll insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. And then we'll do it again, skip 2, and then double crochet in that 3rd stitch. And chain 1, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. So that's how you double crochet. You're just going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. Once again, just pause the video, finish your row of crocheting, but when you get to that last stitch, come back and we'll color change to pink. Alright, and then so we've gotten to the end of the row. So this one, there was 2 single crochets left, so I just skipped 1, and I'm just going to put 1 double crochet in the last stitch. And if you're making that lanyard, it won't matter because that key ring is going to cover this part anyways. So we're just going to put 1 double crochet in the last stitch, and then we're going to switch to pink. And as always, instead of yarning over with the green at the last yarn over, we'll yarn over with the pink and pull that up, and then we'll cut this yarn and tie them together, and then we'll get started on the next row of the tulip part. What we were doing next is we did chain 2. Sorry, I did that off camera. So once we switch to pink, we chain 2, and then now what we're going to do, you just want to look at your row, and this is where we did the chain 1 earlier. It's like a V stitch, so in each V, we're going to do a bobble stitch. So what we'll do is we'll insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert a hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So what we do is we do this 5 times in that same stitch. We yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, and yarn over, only pull through 2. I know it gets complicated when you have a lot, but we're going to do that 5 times. And then once you have 6 loops on your hook, we just yarn over and pull through all 6. And then we chain 2, and then we do that again. So we get to that chain 1 stitch where the V is. So we want it in between the V stitch where we put that chain 1 earlier. So we're just gonna repeat this. So we'll repeat this until the end of the row. So once again, at the last stitch, come back, pause the video, finish crocheting. At the last stitch, when you're about finished, come back so we can color change. Alright, so here we are. We're at that very last tulip at the end of the row. So if you want, you could finish it here, your keychain. Then you could just yarn over and then fasten it off. Or if you want another row on top, which is what we're going to do, then we're going to color change to white. Alright, so we're just going to yarn over and pull through all those loops. And then we're going to chain one and turn our work to finish the last row. But as always, make sure you cut off the yarn tail of that pink yarn and secure it. Finish this last row. It's just single crochet. So what I do is in the gap between each tulip, you put 2 single crochets, so like an increase, and then 1 single crochet in the tulip, then 2 single crochets in between the tulips, and then 1 single crochet at the top of that tulip. And then we're just going to keep repeating that. So increase between the tulip and then 1 single crochet on top of the tulip. So we're going to repeat that all the way until the very end. So go ahead. See, look how pretty it's turning out. So go ahead, pause the video and unpause once you finish the row. Alright, here we are. How does that look? Is that not beautiful or what? I'm obsessed. Okay, so now what we do is I just kind of slip stitch it in here. And then cut the yarn. Now this is everyone's favorite part of crochet. Just kidding, you weave in all of the ends. So I just grab like a tiny crochet hook. This is 2mm. And then I just weave in the ends. Just like that. And I know some people do this with like a yarn needle, but I really like to do it with a crochet hook because then it feels more like crocheting and less like sewing. Right there, so we'll just continue to do that with all the other ends of the yarn. And then yeah, just go ahead and come back when you're done weaving in all the ends. And I'll show you how, as that lanyard, I'll show you how to attach this. Or if you want it as a bookmark, then you're done. But I'll probably leave this pink right here to help me attach it. And then the rest I'm going to weave in. So come back when you're done. Alright, and now for the final thing to attach our lanyard keyring. Since mines are more rounded, I've seen some that are more like oval. But since this is more rounded, I like to sew it on. So with that yarn that we didn't weave in the tail, I was just going to sew it together. Like so. Just make sure you thread it through both sides of tulip as well as the lanyard key ring. Alright, here it is, our little tulip key ring lanyard keychain. It'll fit on your wrist, and like I said, if you need it bigger or smaller, just add a few more rows. You know, I know it's not perfect. But yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, this was the first one I made. I felt like it was a little too thick, and then it was hard to attach it to the keychain. So, yeah, that's why I made this tutorial for you guys. I fixed all my mistakes and stuff from the first time around. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe for more. If you made this, let me know how it turned out, and thank you guys so much. again, for supporting my small channel. See you guys in the next video.